Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mystery Told. I'm your host, Terrence Sanders, and today we're staying here in America with an African American myth. We're going to fool the devil with the story of Jack and the Devil's Daughter. So, a long time ago, this old man had two sons, John and Jack. Now, one day, the two sons were almost grown up, so the old man goes, "Alright, I'm going to give you two boys what you got coming to you right now. I don't want y'all hanging around the house no more waiting for me to die. So here's y'all's inheritance." So he gives each son $1,000 and goes, "Alright, go and get. I don't ever want to see you guys ever coming to me again for anything. Don't care. I don't care if you end up rich with it. I don't care if you end up broke with it. Do not come back here again. I swear I will shoot both of y'all. I love y'all to death, but I will shoot you both if you come back here again." So they leave. The first son, whose name is John, he buys the grocery store with the money. He gets married. He settles down. Now the younger son, our old Jack, he puts the $1,000 in one pocket, puts a deck of cards in the other, and he takes off down the road. Now here's the thing about you need to know about Jack. Jack was a natural born gambler. Everyone else in the world could have some bad luck, but Jack, he'd never heard of the concept. This man could take a $5 bill, and by the time he was done gambling that day, he'd have $500. This man could not lose. He had never lost a game of cards or dice in his life. There wasn't anyone in the world who could beat him. Now, it's a good thing Jack was talented at gambling, because he is what we like to call bad at work. It's not that he was lazy, it's that he didn't have the right aesthetic for hard labor. He didn't have the energy for it, he didn't have the time for it, and he didn't have the physicality for it. If he tried to work hard, he would get sick and die. Sucks. But it's fine. But that's fine because he was real good, because he was good at the three things he needed to be good at to make money for himself. He was good at gambling, he was good at cutting, and he was good at shooting. This man could cut you so quick it wouldn't even bleed until he told you, "Aight, you got my permission to bleed now." He could shoot so good that he could shoot a flea's eye out at 100 yards. This man could outshoot a sniper. So one day, Jack's doubled or tripled his money, and he's like feeling pretty good about himself. And this weird old man walks in and sits down by himself, and Jack goes, "You look like you might be a card player." The man is just completely silent, continues to shuffle the deck. Jack sits down, shuffles the cards, starts dealing. Looks at his cards. Man looks at his. Man lays $100 on the table. And Jack's like, "Okay, here, I'll raise you 500. Man doesn't even blink. Puts down $800 freaking. Jack throws down two cards, picks up two more, and he goes all in. Man's completely silent. Jack like, "You ain't gonna draw no more cards?" Guy just shakes his head no. Jack's like, I feel like this is dangerous, but I'm gonna go ahead. So Jack lays down his cards, three tens. Good hand, good hand. Man spreads three queens and a pair of deuces and takes the money. Jack's like, all right. So he takes out his backup supply of money. He's like, "Let's keep going." They play another hand. Jack loses again. And now remember, Jack's never lost, so he's like, what the hell? Now, because Jack's never lost, he's never learned the old gambler saying, never throw away good money after bad. So they keep playing, and Jack, who started this day off with having tripled his money with $3,000 in his pocket, now has his last little pitiful 100 sitting on that table with a huge pot. Now, if he wins this hand, he can get all his money back. But if he doesn't, oh man, he's probably sleeping in the street tonight. So the man speaks up for some, goes, "Alright, boy, I'll tell you what. I'll bet all the money on the table against your life." And Jack is like, "Alright, I'm a gambling man. Why not?" Now, Jack's like, okay, it's fine. I'm still a even if I can't win this hand, I can outstab, outshoot, and outfight any man in the world. Even if this guy tries to kill me, I can kill him first, right? They play this hand. Jack loses. The man stands up from the table, grows to 14 feet tall, and Jack immediately voids his bowels. The guy goes, I think you know who I am? I'm the devil. I live across the deep blue sea. I ain't gonna kill you right now, because I like your style. You got guts. If you can get to my house by this time tomorrow, I'll spare you. If you don't, that is your ass. And he vanishes in a puff of smoke. And Jack does what you or I would do if you just met the devil, and he now has a pretty reasonable claim on your life and soul. He breaks down crying. Another old man walks into the place, sees Jack sitting there, grown man weeping. He goes, hey, what's the matter with you, son? I played cards with the devil and he won, and if I don't get to his house across the ocean by this time tomorrow, he gonna kill me. The old man goes, you got problems, no doubt about that. Alright, so here's what you're gonna do. I know one thing that can get you across the ocean to where the devil lives. What? A giant bald eagle that lives on the edge of the ocean swoops down, washes itself in the water, and picks off the dead feathers every morning. When she dips herself into the water the third time, she's going to sit down on that rock right there, chill out, spread her wings, dry them off, take off again. Now, what you need to do is be there tomorrow with a yearling bull. Now, when she dips in the water the third time, she's going to light on that rock. You're going to jump on her back, and she'll take you there. Why do I need the yearling bull? And she gets hungry going across the ocean, and every time she hollers, you gotta give her some of the yearling bull, and you'll be alright. If you don't, she'll eat you. This is very important. Do not give her the entire bull in the first shot. So, are you like Jesus or the Archangel Michael or something? I'm just an old man who knows stuff. Go and get. So the next morning, Jack's there bright and early. As soon as the sun rises, there's this bald eagle, comes flying from the other side of the ocean. Jack watches, she does the whole cleaning thing, dips herself in the water 3 times, spreads her wings. Jack jumps on this eagle's back, carrying a full yearling bull under his arm, and the bald eagle just takes off flying. They've been flying for a while, and the bald eagle goes, 1/4 across the ocean, don't see none but blue water. 1/4 across the ocean, don't see none but blue water. So Jack, hearing a giant bird talk, freaks out, just throws the whole yearling bull at her. She eats it, and she keeps on flying. Now, she looks around again after a while, goes, hey, we're halfway across the ocean, none but blue water. Jack didn't have no meat left, so he's like, oh, this is going to hurt a lot. Rips off his own leg and feeds it to her. The eagle just shrugs, eats it, flies, then looks around and goes, hey, 3/4 across the ocean, none but blue water. Jack tears off one of his arms and gives it to her. She eats it, flies down, lands. Jack jumps off, starts limping down the road. And he just kind of wanders around, and then he realizes, I have no idea what the devil's house looks like. So he asks the first person he sees, and they're like, yeah, it's the big white house around the curve, completely on fire, can't miss it. Thanks. So he goes, he sees it, knocks on the door, and then the devil looks around and goes, hey, wife, see who's at the door. His wife looks and goes, it's some weird one-armed, one-legged black man, and goes, oh, Dad, that's Jack. Okay, give him a replacement arm and leg and tell him to get in here. So apparently in this universe, arms and legs are just plug-and-play technology, because they give him a spare one, Jack just puts them on and they work. And the devil goes, hey, Jack, so you made it here. Congrats. This is my wife. This is my daughter. So Jack looks, and the most gorgeous creature he's ever seen appears at the dinner table. It's a Bulame, the devil's daughter, looks like a black woman, except for, the giant horns. And Jack's just in love, and she's in love with him. I don't know why. They literally have not even spoken to each other yet, but here we are. So the devil looks at Jack and goes, do me a favor, son. I have 100 acres of trees out there in the back. I need you to have them all chopped down so I can use them to stoke the flames of hell. And Jack's like, you want me by myself to chop down 100 acres of tree? Yeah, with this axe. And, Do it by lunchtime or I'll kill you. But what? Yeah, lunchtime or I'll kill you. That's physically impossible. That sounds like a you problem. Get. So Jack does. He goes out. He sees the trees. Now these trees are so thick, it would take 100 men, 100 days with 100 axes just to get real deep into the side of one. So Jack's like, well, no use dying tired. Might as well take a nap. Sits down and he takes a nap. So Beulah May follows him out. She wakes him up and she goes, you know my dad's gonna kill you if you don't get this work done. Yeah, I know. Not really much, but it's physically impossible for me to do the work, so... Oh, wow. You're really pretty. Words. And Beulah May blushes. She's like, alright, that's interesting, but here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna help you get this forest cut. You put your head on my lap and you go back to sleep. So Jack's like, I bet. Oh man, who knew selling my soul to the devil would be the best thing that ever happened to me? So he does. He goes back to sleep. Beulah May uses demon magic powers to enchant the axe, and enchants it so that when the axe makes a cut on one side, it makes an immediate cut on the other, and then when one tree falls, all of them are cut and fall down together. This works. The whole 100-acre of trees all fall down together. Beulah May wakes them up. They go to get lunch, and the devil goes, so, did you take care of that? So Jack goes, it got done, and I was there, which technically isn't a lie. So the devil, he sits there, he feeds them, and he's plotting. He gonna get Jack's soul one way or the other. So he goes, all right, when you're done eating, I got another thing I need you to help me out with. I got a well, 100 feet deep. I want you to dip it dry. And I say dry, I don't mean muddy, I mean dry. I want to be able to look down that well and see dust. I don't want there to be any kind of moisture. I want that well to be as dry as, well, as you'd expect a well owned by the devil to be. And Jack goes, oh, okay, that's fair. This is a delicious last meal. So he goes out there, he sees how big the well is, and he's like, this is not going to end well for me, so I'm just going to... And then Beulah May comes out and is like, hey, you need my help again? And he's like, I would appreciate your help again. What you planning to do? See, what we're going to do is, you're going to take another nap. I'm going to work my magic, literally in this case, and it's going to get done. And again, so Jack takes another nap. Beulah May uses magic, fixes everything up for him. They come back in. The devil's like, oh, hey, it's actually done. I did not expect that. Hey, Jack, I need you to do me one last good favor. See, I got a goose that lives at the top of that tree right there. I need you to pluck out every single feather it has, bring me both the goose and the feather, and then once that's done, you're good, and we're all squared away. I'll let you go free. You can marry my daughter if you like. You know, do whatever you gotta do. Later days. So Jack does. He goes. He's like, huh, that is a really tall tree. Hey, Beulah May. Beulah May's like, sit down. I got this. So she once again works her magic, and boom, bada bing, bada boom. It's done. They come back with the goose and the feathers, and the devil takes one look at them, looks at how they look at each other, and goes, oh, y'all think y'all funny. So the devil invites Jack and his new bride there. They sleep in the big house, and then out of nowhere, Beulah May wakes Jack up, and she's like, okay, we have to go like now because my dad's pissed. He's going to kill you. He's going to do horrible things to me. I have no idea what he's planning for me, but it cannot be good. We need to leave like yesterday. So Jack's like, okay, you do realize you can't outrace the devil. No, sweetie. You can't outrace the devil. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take his two fastest horses. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. He named his horses after the Lord's Prayer. Yeah, we're real big on irony here in hell. Anyway, so we're going to take those. We're going to run. We're going to ride them right out of hell to the ocean. And then we'll be safe. Okay, ready? Let's go. So they do. They take the horses. So the devil goes, okay, my horses are gone. Luckily, I still have this bull that's half as fast as them. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the bull. I'm going to run after them, and then every time they start gaining on me, I'm going to call the horses names. Then that'll make the horses stop, and I'll gain faster. So that happens, and then Beulah May is like, Jack, give me the dirt out of your boot. So Jack's like, the dirt out of my boot? Okay, whatever. I don't understand this magic stuff. So he hands her the dirt. She throws it back. It becomes an entire mountain that the devil has to scale over. So they gain. They get away. They get away. They get away. The devil comes back. So she's like, "Hey, hand me your water jug." He's like, "But I need this for water." She's like, "Trust me. Just hand it to me." So he hands it to her. She throws the water behind them. It creates a vast river. The devil has to ford the river with a bull, which, if you've ever tried to ford a river with a bull, is not easy, even if you are Satan himself. They get away. They get away. They go away. So finally, they get to the ocean, and Jack's like, "Oh, we're screwed. We have nothing to feed the eagle." And Beulah May looks at him and goes, "We got 2 horses, don't we?" And Jack goes, "We got 2 horses." So they get on the eagle. They fly away, and the devil looks. He watches them go and goes, "You know what? I'm just going to take this as an L. I'm just going to get over it. I'm gone." So he leaves, and they get back to America. Jack marries the devil's daughter. He goes home. He tells his story, gets all kinds of riches for, the fact that he beat the devil. So he gets all kinds of rich and famous, and he lives the rest of his life with his wife and kids, who you can't even tell were demons except for that weird little slasher smile all of them have. I guess the moral of the story is, the love of a good woman can beat even the devil. That, or Jack's a moron and really, really shouldn't have gotten himself into this mess in the first place. Thank you for listening. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, my book, The 21st Century Guide to Mythology, Greek Myths Told, is available on Amazon. Link in the description. Later days.